Alright guys, let's start part 2 to this garden tour. First one lasted almost 35 minutes, so I thought I would break it up into a few parts here. Last we stopped right here at this purple velvet. And got some lungwort right here, some more lungwort. I've got a few of those planted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planted. 6 of those planted. Again, just a awesome spring interest perennial. Got the splotching and the dotting on that foliage. This flowers for a long time. I mean, a long time. It's not at peak, but I mean, there's still buds on it. They have not opened on some of this stuff, and it'll sporadically flower throughout the rest of the spring. But if I'd have shown it 2 weeks ago, this thing would have been in peak flower. All right, anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. All right, show you another pickup I found at open house November last year, I believe. This is Acer Shirosam Yellow Canary. Got this super interesting, this is a newer Shirosam. Chartreuse colors, get some red veining in the leaves, which I have not seen yet. I hope to soon this year. Got it potted under this crab apple. And next to it as a little accent plant, I do have a little twisty mugo pine. In a blue pot, of course. Next to it we got a lily pad. Another variegated Makawa type. If you can see that variegation on there. Two-toned, looking really nice. Probably the best this one has looked this year also, or any year. If you can see that variegation on there, just super cool. Lily pad. You can see the shape on it, got a great shape to it. Looking stellar. I'm gonna back up here, just show you a few things in this little mailbox I got. I have a little Moseri, Scots pine Moseri. It goes bright gold in the winter. Done greened up, as you can see. Only gets about 3 foot tall in 10 years, so I thought it'd be nice by this mailbox. A little salvia, midnight salvia, some bee balm planted there. That thing it'll be blooming, another month or so. Have a little Fire Chief arborvitae I just planted recently. Got some really nice color on this, bright oranges to almost pink colors on it. Some clematis planted there. Some dianthus flowering real good. Another conifer over here. This is Thunderhead black pine. It was a 1 gallon last year. Thing is candling up. Be really slow growing. Thought it'd be interesting. Put a nice evergreen conifer close to the road. It's probably about 10-12 foot off the road. I may leave it there. I may move it later on, but it was just kind of it was more or less a place filler. I like it there, but I don't know if I want to leave it there after thinking about it. So that may get moved in place of something else. Yeah, let me show you my great big crab apple. This is I think this is crab apple called, I want to say it's called Prairie Fire. That thing is massive. So I need to take some limbs. I need to get up there and do some pruning on it. It's got a great canopy. As you can see, shades out the front porch. Shades out that small little bed. And guys, I almost forgot to show you the hanging baskets. I've got some hanging baskets that I started in September 2022. Yeah, September 2022. Now, that's Hoshizora right here, the hanging basket. I actually planted that one last year as a 1 gallon. Excuse me. And that thing is pretty vigorous. It's done filled out quite a bit. Nice chartreuse foliage on it. You can get a ghost dragon up here. That one's still developing, not looking as great as some of the other ones. Needs some more time. Got a Fountain of Youth. That one is fantastic. Again, missed the peak color on it. Fountain of Youth hanging basket. And I have another Fountain of Youth right across from it. This one is also looking excellent. Get some really nice peach colors in the leaves during the spring. Really nice new growth, orange to peach color. Next to it, I have a ghost dragon. And if I can find a picture to put up, when I actually started this one in 2022, this thing has grown a lot since then. If I can remember, I'll put up a picture on the screen of one after, about a month after it was potted, of this one. This is Ghost Dragon. Acer palmatum Ghost Dragon. It's put on a ton of growth. You see it's a kind of a high arch. And it's probably getting heavier. That thing will probably have to come down next year or the year after, unless I reprint it. Then I have another Hoshizora. Again, I got an Hoshizora on that side of the porch and on this side. And you can see that foliage just looks fantastic. Lime green. Got some nice, looks like some white edging on some of the leaves at this point, until they darken up and go completely green. It's looking great. Been really vigorous. Anyway, I want to show you those. Already 7 minutes in. This might be 4 parts. All right. Show you this Acer palmatum Goshiki Kodahime. Just super interesting cultivar. Leaves out like a bright orange to peach in the spring. Got this layered shingling habit, like a Macawa, or like a Macawa would have. It's almost like a Macawa Shishi crossed in a way. See the new growth coming off of it. But in the spring, this thing is just vivid peach to orange to even some yellow coloration in it. Just and it's done really, really well. Handled the sun, handled the cold. Really cool cultivar. Goshiki Kodahime. And they also sell these as rooted cuttings. If you want, if you want to do these for bonsai. Did get this one from Mr. Maple, but I believe they do sell them as rooted cuttings from time to time also. For anybody that likes doing bonsai. Right, this is a G seedling number 2 from Talon, Buckholz. I want to say this was bought as a maybe 7 to 10 gallon, probably a 10 gallon in 2018 maybe? 2017 or 2018 it was planted here. And it's probably 11 foot tall, 12 foot tall now. It's done tripled in width. It looks great. Pan around the other side so you can see how wide it's done got quite a bit wider. I have a picture. I must throw it up on the screen of one right after I first planted it. But great red, kind of a semi-pendulous upright. As you can see, it's kind of weeping down some places, and it's upright in others. This is G seedling number 2. If you see that green veining in the leaves. This thing goes red to orange to yellow in the fall. Just fantastic fall colors on this one. G seedling number 2. Let's do it here. Another Japonicum. This is Acer Japonicum Indian Summer. And this thing is just really getting going. You see the new growth coming out on it, orange. And look, it's seeding up. Getting seeds all over it. I believe I just planted this last year. This may have been in the ground. This may have been in the ground maybe. I don't even know if it's been a year yet. I have to go back and look. But it's seeds all over it. The excellent Japonicum leaf. I mean, look at that color. Look at the color on that. And this thing is just electric in the fall. I mean, this is probably one of its more noted traits of this cultivar is the fall color. I mean, it goes from, I'm not talking, basic red. I'm talking like vivid, bright red to yellow to orange. This thing is just electric. And the new growth is fantastic. And it's probably 5 foot tall right now. Acer Japonicum Indian Summer. If y'all don't have that one, I recommend that one as well. All right, guys. Now we're gonna get to some containers. All right. Now this is Autumn Moon. Actually pulled that out of a pot, did some root pruning, put it in a smaller pot. I actually didn't do any root pruning. I actually pulled it out of too big of a pot. And I actually did put it in a smaller 3-gallon container. I got it under the shade canopy, so it's not colored up like it should be. If I pull it out from underneath here, it would color up better. Excuse me. Next to it here, I have a Hana Sukasa. Acer palmatum Hana Sukasa. It kind of stays under this shade canopy as well. I think this is another one that's kind of water finicky, a little finicky to own. This is my second season with it. It's doing okay, not doing fantastic, but got some great color, great spring color on it, as you can see. Next to it here, we have a small Mayday. Acer palmatum Mayday. Fantastic cultivar. One that always goes really fast wherever it sells, wherever it lists. So I have a small one right here. Just gets bright yellow in the spring. And then it holds this nice chartreuse green color pretty much the rest of the season until late summer or midsummer. And then just goes kind of basic green. But it's an excellent cultivar, excellent maple. And since I showed you my small Mayday, this is my big Mayday. This is my nicer one. Like I said, it did lose color a few like maybe a week or two ago. The color went, but it's still got lots of hints of yellow, some chartreuse green and coloring in it. Looking really nice. Look at that shingling habit of it. Just a fantastic cultivar. If I can remember, I'm gonna flash a picture up of this one during the spring. Yeah, this one, bought this one in 2021 as a 1 gallon. And so this is actually I've had it exactly 3 years now, I believe. And it's doing really well. It's thickened up quite a bit at the base. Acer palmatum Mayday. One you should get if ever comes available. All right, next to it, this is a Pictum. Acer Pictum Usagumo. Fantastic Pictum. Leaves out in early spring. This leaf has some leaves out almost like a coral pink to orange color. Just so fantastic. One of my absolute favorite Pictums. And then it gets this after it goes from orange to peach, coral, gets this swirling variegation in the leaves. It holds that for quite a while. Just a super interesting Pictum. I absolutely love this one. All right, next to it down below, I have another little liner potted up. I can't remember what it is. I have two little liners actually. One I know one of them is a Hetz midget arborvitae, and the other one I cannot remember what it is. I think it might be Hetz midget. I'm not sure. Next to it here, I have Radiant, Acer palmatum Radiant. This one's supposed to get some swirling variegation in it. It's got some hints of it in there. Might need to do a little pruning on it. I haven't seen just a whole lot of variegation on it since the first year I've gotten it. Well, here's some down here. I got some pink swirls of stuff down here. Yeah, so I am seeing some stuff this year. Yeah, if you can see that. There's some pink there. Anyway, it's got some variegation on it and some pink and white on it. So maybe it just needs more time. There's a little bit more up here. So I might give that a little bit more time. Probably the best it's looked this year. I'd contemplate maybe pulling that one and putting like something like a Ghost series there. But I may leave it for now, or I may move it out into some more sun. This is on the east side this way, coming from the east, so it doesn't get sun until maybe 1 o'clock. I could use some more sun. I'm going to show you this one behind it. This is Aureum, Acer Shirasalum Aureum, which can be finicky for some people, but you know, I think I found a really comfortable spot for this thing. Planted last year. You can see just the bright yellow in it. And once the yellow fades, this thing held chartreuse, almost a yellow color all season. Had fantastic fall color. So I'm hoping it does great again this year. It was really hot last summer and I was a little worried about it, but it held up just fantastic. You know, it's got a little bit of dieback right here, not much. But Acer Shirasalum Aureum. It's really, it's got full moon leaf on it. Really striking cultivar if you can manage to site it well. Directly in front of it here, this is Acer palmatum Purple Curl. This is another one of them weirdo maples, I guess you could say. The foliage on this starts curling after it leaves out. Gets some malting in the purple coloration. It's starting it a little bit. Give it a few more weeks and it'll be showing its true colors, I believe. And this is it's probably about 4.5 foot tall in the pot. Purple curl. And I've actually got this purple curl staged next to this Acer Shirasalum Magic Moon. This is a variegated Shirasalum maple. And what's interesting about this one, this one leafed out green with red edges last year for me. Had it in this pot, and this year, you know, and I'll try to throw a picture up if I can find one. This thing leafed out just electric red and orange. I mean, just vivid red and orange. Just, it looks so crazy. And that color has faded now. And then once the green comes in, the malting will start coming out on it, and it'll be variegating up real nice. Just nothing like this Shirasalum. Just fantastic. Behind it to the left, I have an Abigail Rose. It's still got some variegation on it. This will get pinks to whites in it in the spring. This thing is it's over 6 foot tall. Need to pick a central leader on it. I believe this is another one that can be a little finicky, but I've had no issues with it over here since I planted it. Maybe because it's a little bit bigger size. I mean, it was a 1 gallon when I bought it, but it had a great root system, and it was already about 5 foot tall. So holding that variegation well. The pink's gone in it, but it's looking really good. Next to it here, this is a recently repotted moonrise. Ace of Shirasal moonrise. I had it in a smaller container, and I felt like it needed to be bumped up. It had been in that container for about 3 years. So another one that, when it started budding up a little bit, took it out, did some root pruning on it, and put it in this bigger container. And this is probably where it'll stay for quite a while. As you can see, it gets this peach to pink orange color all over the edges. Colors up real nicely, looking really great right now. It's a little past its peak, but it's still looking fantastic. Ace of Shirasal moonrise. Another must-have for your garden. Now, down below I have a vintage gold Conifers, just a little liner. Thought it potted up. I could plant in the landscape later on, or just pot it up and grow it off. That is going to get 10 to 12 foot tall in probably about 10 to 12 years if I was to plant it. Next to here I got another conifer. This is Pinus strobus angel falls, candling up, all kinds of new growth coming off of it. This is a kind of an upright weeper, slower, well, I guess semi-slower growing, maybe not as slow as some of them, but I mean, the candles on them are about 5 inches, 4 to 5 inches long in some places. So really cool variety. I thought it'd be cool to have a weeper, small weeper right here. Pinus strobus angel falls. Love it blue color. And next to it right here, I have another conifer planted a few weeks ago. This is called Piscea orientalis Little Sky. Basically, this is a dwarf version of a skyline, I believe it is. I want to say this is only like a 2 to 3 footer per 10 years. So it's a dwarf, is a dwarf. This thing is just looking electric yellow right now. And the orientalis are, from what I understand, a little bit more sun and heat tolerant in my zone here. So I was happy to get this one. Next to it here, I have Strawberry Spring. Ace of Palmetto Strawberry Spring. This is probably his 3rd season planted right here. Had a little dieback last year. Again, the best it's ever looked. Had a couple hard winters. As you can see, have a camellia, got killed back. Another camellia got killed back. I just hadn't pulled yet. When I get the right shrubs to put in place, I'll pull them. But Strawberry Spring, man, this thing is fantastic. This has got a lot more white and pink in it right now for me. Some people, it's darker maybe, but this thing's got some pinks to whites to greens all in it, some peach colors. And this will get sun right here till probably 2 o'clock, and it's only maybe 3 foot tall, but it'll grow. So here I have an Easter Palmatum Pixie. Column are upright. See the new growth coming out on it. Supposed to hold that red for a while. It's holding it right now. Here it is, mid-April. It's still got some nice burgundy red foliage on it. So again, this is the best it's looked this year. A lot of stuff is 2nd, 3rd year in the ground. It's probably looking the best it's been so far since I planted it. Have a slow-grown conifer in front of the Pixie. This is a Black Dragon. You can see it's coning up, pushing out some new growth. This has gotten winter dieback the last few years. I've had to clip out. I don't know if you can see it down there. Had to clip out quite a bit, so it's super slow growing, but it's just kind of a place filler for now. Who knows where it'll end up. And I have Do not know what this maple is. This was a tag got lost on it. Do not know what it is. It's been holding this pink to red color for quite a while now. Leafed out just a bright red pink. If anybody has any idea in the comments, let me know. Someone suggested maybe just shojo. I'm not sure, but I mean, once again, best it's looked since I planted it. But yeah, super interesting. Great color on it right here against this fence. As you can tell, it's gonna sprawl out. Probably end up staking a few of these limbs straight up, maybe. Anyway, y'all give me an idea what y'all think that is in the comments. All right, guys, we're going to the backyard. So I'm gonna cut part 2 short right here. Y'all stay tuned. Part 3 coming very soon. So I'll see y'all in the next one.